From Toyota Field in San Antonio, Texas, this is USL action as a rivalry begins tonight. It's the first ever showdown between San Antonio FC and Rio Grande Valley FC, and first kick is just moments away. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to our coverage of tonight's match in San Antonio. Alongside Tom Traxler, I'm Steve Cangelosi. These are debutantes, first-year teams in the USL, but Tom, along the way, these two teams are gaining results, aren't they?
Absolutely they are. Life's been good to them in USL. If you look at the home team, San Antonio FC, they've gotten off to 2 wins, and they're unbeaten at home here at Toyota Field, so that's good. And the Road Warriors from Rio Grande Valley, they've also gotten themselves 2 wins, so not too much to complain about.
Well, San Antonio FC is trying to build off its first home victory in this stadium 1 week ago. Try for their first winning streak as a franchise tonight, and to do so, they'll rely on the playmaking ability and maybe the finishing now of the Colombian midfielder Rafa Castillo.
Oh, he's amazing. He's so tenacious. He reads space very well, and everybody remembers the goal that he scored last week. We're getting a look at it now. See how he sees the space just to his left, looks up, gets solidly over it, and cracks it right inside the post. Look at the second look. Look how he lands on his shooting foot. Fantastic technique from Castillo. He is a very important player for them.
Well, this is the first of 4 meetings between the teams this season. They're separated by less than 300 miles in Texas, so a derby, if you will, begins tonight. Rio Grande Valley starting the season with a slew of road games. They had their home opener last week, but they're looking forward to the installation and the finish of construction of their new home, which is going to be something else.
Oh, it is fantastic. If you take a look at it on their website, it's new and it's modern. It's got outdoor pitch, 3 outside pitches that they can train on. We're talking to their coach. There's going to be a little a bridge to get over a river. You can't even imagine a better setting for them. So I'm very excited for Rio Grande Valley FC.
Rio Grande Valley FC is coached by the former Chivas USA head coach Wilmer Cabrera. We'll see his starting 11 and that of San Antonio FC when our countdown to kickoff at Toyota Field continues in just a few moments.
We've worked pretty hard to become the world's largest independent refiner and to be America's 3rd largest producer of renewable fuels. But we've also worked hard to be named one of Fortune's most admired companies by giving over 125,000 volunteer hours a year, donating over 1 million pounds of food to local food banks, and building homes for Habitat for Humanity. To appreciate a company's true value, you have to understand the heart of its people.
It's really quite simple. To see results, do the work. Focus on the goals. Push it to the limit hour after hour. That's how you rise to the next level. You can be a professional athlete or an insurance or financial professional, perfecting your shot or protecting your client's future. The rules are the same. It takes passion and dedication every single day. So when it's time, you will be ready.
Hi, we need a truck for our family.
Yeah, something that can keep up with us.
Well, Tundra's perfect. Tows up to 10,000 pounds, so you can go boating, ATVing, or camping.
Oh, that's fun.
Maybe we made these scenes too realistic.
During Toyota time, qualified lessees can lease a rugged and dependable new
You buy, go to buyatoyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. And we're set for first kick at Toyota Field tonight, the first of 4 meetings between the teams that launch a South Texas rivalry this evening. A pair of first-year teams in the USL battling for the first time. For San Antonio FC, the club playing its 3rd home game tonight after getting its first win last week, and we're underway tonight. Jason Johnson, leading goal scorer for San Antonio FC, with his first touch of the night. Bobby Mosley on loan from Stoke City, manning the position at left back for San Antonio FC. Battling for the ball is Robert Kastner and taken back by Jason Johnson. Like San Antonio FC, Rio Grande Valley FC, a team that's been greeted warmly by a terrific fan base for a first-year team. They played before a sellout crowd in their home opener last week, coming off a 2-0 defeat at the hands of LA Galaxy 2. Track from the far side is just out of the reach of the goalkeeper, Devin Perales. And the first chance of the night by the Brazilian, Victor Araujo.
Well, a good start, if you will, for San Antonio FC, Steve. You know, and it amazes me why teams go backward from kickoff. Like we just saw Rio Grande Valley go backward. They still haven't gotten really in to the San Antonio end. It's a chance to get in the other end. Don't go backward, go forward. I mean, immediately you got Jason Johnson getting on the ball, and it eventually turns into a shot and effort by Araujo, who's got magical feet.
Darren Powell telling us in the opening 6 games of the season, and his team comes into this 2 victories, 2 defeats, and 2 draws. He's been pleased with the team's dynamic efforts offensively, and in the back, nothing's broken down all that badly. Short story, it's been a solid start for his club coming into tonight.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, when you really look at it, I mean, you're sitting on 2 wins and 2 draws and 2 losses, but you're in 5th. You're a first-year team. You had to put this thing together in 5 months, and they've really got the building blocks to kick on from that result last week against the Tulsa Roughnecks. A good 3-1 win here at home.
Offside flag goes up on Rio Grande Valley FC as the ball played out wide to Jose Memo Rodriguez, the 20-year-old midfielder, part of the Houston Dynamo Academy, as we get another look.
Yeah, but look, I mean, as a wide player, really just look along the line. You shouldn't be outside. You're wide. All you can do is look up and see where you're standing. You should never be offsides from a wide position. I don't think.
Rodriguez, and we said part of that Houston Dynamo Academy, and therein lies the structural difference between the 2 teams that we're watching tonight. San Antonio FC, the independent, and Rio Grande Valley FC, the hybrid affiliate of Major League Soccer's Houston Dynamo, and that relationship plays into who they dress, who they start on a week-to-week basis.
Well, it does. I mean, you kind of get dictated to in a way, because they'll say we're gonna send these players down to you. We want them to play this many minutes. We want them to play right here. And so for Coach Wilmer Cabrera, you know, you have to suddenly change gears. You might be thinking one thing that you're going to come in and play, and you have to change it.
Sean Chin gobbles up the loose ball down the right flank. Chin tries to cut it back, loses his balance, no foul called, and it's taken away.
Looks like the footing is not good there. I mean, you look at the turf, it's all cut up, and he just lost his footing.
Try from long range is off the mark, and this will come back for a goal kick for Rio Grande Valley.
So as we have a look here, as he comes out, he just goes to cut the ball, and both, you look, and both players, Jorginho James and Sean Chin, both going down. So, I don't know, they need to get some water over there on that side of the pitch. I'm not sure, but I'm sure they're going to be very aware that when you go to cut suddenly over there, you might be on the ground.
Chin, his first start for San Antonio FC last week versus Tulsa, and he found the back of the net. The ex-Fort Lauderdale striker for 2 seasons. A throw in here for Rio Grande Valley FC. Mauro Manotos, the Colombian, 20-year-old striker, wearing number 27 front and center in the attack for the Toros.
You know, to go on the other side of what we were talking about how on one side you have Wilmer Cabrera, who is dictated to somewhat by what he can do. On the other side, you have Darren Powell, who's not really dictated to by anybody in terms of his squad selection or what players he's going to have. So it's really a question of which do you prefer, which do you like. I think there's positives and negatives to both sides.
In the midfield, Charlie Ward, the English-born midfielder, wearing number 8 for Rio Grande Valley, plays this out wide. Greg Cochran giving chase, taking no chances. Stephen McCarthy just makes the safe play and plays it away.
Nah, you steady. Sometimes you just got to clear your lines, get the ball away, get it up pitch as far as you can, and then just start over. Make sure no danger comes of any ball like that.
Get to know Stephen McCarthy coming up at halftime on our first ever broadcast on Fox Sports Southwest. A meet and greet, if you will, with the former defender for the New England Revolution in Major League Soccer.
He's quite a well-traveled player. He's been a few places.
Second-round pick in Major League Soccer back in 2011. Opening moments here at Toyota Field. Araujo plays it out wide, and this ball is stopped by the goalkeeper, Perales.
I think he took a look, and he was going to try and chip the goalkeeper to the far post. So as he gets the ball wide, he has a look at the goalkeeper in his positioning. He says, I'm gonna go over that far post, but he just wasn't able to get it up high enough or over the keeper.
Carlos Alvarez with the chance for San Antonio FC. First player signed by the club. All of this coming together remarkably fast. We'll go through a timeline a little bit later on about how it all came together and needed to in a matter of months for the home team tonight. Johnson can't keep this ball alive. It's a throw-in for Rio Grande Valley FC. There's Darren Powell, head coach, 43 years old, formerly the director of youth development of Orlando City in MLS. You got to know him well from that stint.
I did. It was always fun to go out and talk with Darren at training. A very organized coach. He knows exactly what he wants to get out of each training session. So when he came here to San Antonio FC, I knew that they had a very good candidate and a good hire for that position.
Mosley with the challenge for San Antonio as this ball deflects away. Kai Green, the former Seton Hall defender, plays the ball in for the Toros. Rodriguez sees it deflected away. And Bobby Mosley is on the field. 20-year-old Irish international who's really become the main player at the left back position, slowly to his feet.
Yeah, I mean, that's, if he goes on, it looks like he got a good whack right there on the shin, and you can tell that hurts. And it's always concerning. He's a very important piece for San Antonio FC. The left back, Maraud's, gets forward very well. Lots of experience, player that played with Stoke City. So, you know, it's a good thing that he gets up and that he's okay. And Darren Powell probably goes, all right, he's all right.
San Antonio comes off a 3-1 victory over Tulsa that Tom alluded to last week. Two changes to the lineup tonight. Biko Bradnock-Brennan, central defender, in place of Sam McBride, who's available off the bench. Opportunity here for Rio Grande with McCarthy back to defend. Manotos on the ball, and he's defended quickly with help from Cochran.
I think McCarthy thought that ball was going to be going out of bounds, and Manotos turned on the gas and caught up to it, and McCarthy goes, hey, I've still got some work to do here, but looking in the corner, seeing if it went out of bounds, well, not sure, but it's going to be a throw-in in the corner.
8th minute of
That
play.
should be a corner.
Initially, the signal from the referee tonight, Matthew Kreitzer, was a throw-in, and after the consultation, they've changed their mind. So, Rio Grande Valley with the first corner kick of the night.
Looks like we're going to get man-on-man marking. This is where you got to watch for picks. You have got to stay with your man here.
Kasner on the receiving end as they play it short. Leo Ayala, left back, plays it ahead, but taken instead by Johnson. Carlos Alvarez wearing the number 10 shirt for San Antonio. Now Sebastian Terrier plays it away, but a foul called. It's against San Antonio.
Yes, referee was going to see if any advantage was gained. Obviously none was gained, so smartly pulling that back. We'll have a look at TJ Kasner. So he gets on the ball, he looks inside, tries to find Jorginho James, and then once he gets come through, that's an easy one for the referee.
Jose Rodriguez is over the free kick for Rio Grande Valley FC. Escalante is the player wearing number 11.
Again, a good chance to deliver a ball into a dangerous area.
It will be Rodriguez. This ball headed away. McCarthy still loose in the 6-yard box. Arguing handball is San Antonio FC, and instead the ball is played out. This will be possession for the home side.
Yeah, it was definitely a handball, but the referee's not going to see it in that mess. I mean, look in here. You see it coming along, and it's going to go up and hit arms right there. See it come down? It hits his arm, come down. It should have been a free kick, but it comes away. Really 6 of one, half dozen the other at that point.
Not a call you're going to get.
It's away. And I don't think the referee saw it. I think he could have seen it. That was a mess in there.
Ayala, the left back, plays it ahead for Rio Grande Valley. Again, proximity, big part of what USL hopes sees the matchup between these two teams develop into something special. They are separated by fewer than 250 miles. This is the first of 4 meetings, and perhaps it gets amped up further
are they going to get to know each other well or what? I mean, these coaches are going to know each other's tendencies, how they're going to play. They'll know everything about each other. But the really cool thing is that you get to develop a rivalry. I think sports is always better with a rivalry. I mean, you look and you go over in England, Liverpool and Everton, or you look in London and it's Arsenal and it's Tottenham. And here you're going to have a great South Texas derby. So I'm really excited for these two teams and their fans that they get to experience something special like that.
They met in the preseason. That was a 1-0 victory over San Antonio FC, and some of the Rio Grande Valley players remember it as being something a little more intense than the other 5 exhibition games that were played. And here you see part of the atmosphere here at Toyota Stadium. It has been such a warm embrace by the fans here in South Texas for this franchise, selling out the home opener. Terrific crowd here 1 week ago, and still filing in here tonight for home game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, their appetite for the game here in San Antonio is fantastic. And they're excited about their soccer. They're excited about San Antonio FC. And a great little stadium for this game. Fantastic.
Warmed the hearts of the fans to see their team score 3 times in the victory last week. 3-1 over Tulsa. San Antonio scored 3 times in each of their victories this season. Chin getting on this and off his line to make the play is the goalkeeper Perales.
That was a lovely little through ball, and Chin made a great run. But let's credit Devin Perales because he came off his line quick and sure, and he had to. Because if he didn't, that one was going behind him. He was going to be picking that one up out of the net. So as we look here, the ball gets played inside, a beautiful one-touch pass that sends Chin on to goal. Again, Perales, so really quick with that decision to get off his line.
That was Araujo with the playmaking ability there for San Antonio FC.
He's got such quick feet, and he sees the game so well. And that was simple, and you love simplicity. There's a beauty in simplicity, I think.
Pico to McCarthy. Kai Green with the intercept for the Toros, and now taken back. Mosley lets it go for Johnson. But possession here for Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, it's soft, really. But it's in the midfield. You can deal with this, we play on.
Here's Green. Kevin Garcia, he's wearing the captain's armband tonight for the visiting side. The defender wearing number 2. Ayala. Ward's service. Tries to seek out Rodriguez. Kastner instead. To the foot of Manotas. Taken away by McCarthy.
Just saw Mosley in that last challenge. Didn't get up very high on that. You wonder if his leg's still bothering him just a little bit.
Now on the near side, it is Mosley. Taken away by Rodriguez, but a foul is called.
Well, Smart uses his body very well, goes to get down the line, shields it off, forcing him into a foul. And I like quick restarts. Look, no playing, just get it down, get it going.
Terrier back from McCarthy. This ball deflected away for a throw-in for San Antonio FC.
So far, good lively start by the home side, San Antonio FC. They've asked the questions so far in this half. They've created chances. They're looking to chip the goalkeeper.
Araujo can't get on this. Now continues on. Castillo can't get on it. Trying to hit them on the counter. The Toros. To the far side, Escalante. We're scoreless. Game number 7, home game number 3 for San Antonio FC tonight. Here's Green near side. Kai Green. For Kastner. Green service to the far side. Cochran got in the way of that. Played back for Ayala. Houston-born defender Ayala. And this ball gets by Matt Cardone, one of the big stories tonight for San Antonio FC. First choice keeper Josh Ford picking up an injury in training this week. It is Cardone getting the start tonight for the first time.
Yeah, he's been around a while. He was a part of the former squad that was here, so the fans will know him. This will be a big night for him. Josh Ford, of course, the number 1. Lots of experience Josh Ford, so he'll have some shoes to fill tonight, but I'm quite sure that Matt Cardone will be up to the task.
Goalkeeping coach Juan Lamadrid told us he is ready for this challenge this evening. By the way, with Ford, the first choice keeper. They believe it's nothing serious. He is not dressed in the 18 though tonight. Manotas for the Toros. Out wide, Kastner. His service, nobody there but McCarthy. Brought down by Ward, but taken instead. Alvarez lets it go for Cochran. Carlos Alvarez gets by one defender, continues on to the midfield stripe. Played out wide. Here comes San Antonio FC into the attack. Chin making his run. Paralysis there.
Not a bad looking ball. Trying to bend that into the path of Chin, and nearly accomplishes the task. A good build-up, nice attack.
Give either side an advantage so far, Tom?
Yeah, I would honestly say right now, for me, San Antonio FC have been the better side in this half. I mean, if you think of the chances that have been created and that have been taken, I mean, the one just a few minutes ago where Chin gets in one-on-one on Paralis, yeah, they've asked more of the questions in this half.
Ward on the ball for Rio Grande Valley.
Another good thing about getting Cardonian is you're giving more players experience, and the more you get players experience, you know the depth that you have. So I think in a way, it can be a good thing.
Johnson on the ball for San Antonio. Araujo, the Brazilian, giving chase. Tumbling to the ground is Rodriguez, and this will be possession for the Toros as Jose Memo Rodriguez is shaken up.
Let's have a look. Araujo, he's coming straight for it. He wasn't giving an inch, trying to keep that ball in. And what I actually like is Bobby Mosley coming along right after that, really working hard to keep the ball in. You love that kind of effort and energy out of a team.
Here's James in the midfield. Ward for Ayala. Rio Grande Valley, a side that's scored just 5 times in 5 games this season. No player with more than 1 to this point. Cardone comes out before Manotas can get on it.
Definitely team likes to spread around the joy, if you will. Escalante, someone who's gotten a goal. Keep your eye on him. Out of Honduras, a player that played in the 2015 FIFA U20 World Cup, so lots of experience. An exciting young player.
Honduran who left home to pursue a career in the United States, and something of a remarkable story. Pass for Castillo, taken back. Kastner now. Ward able to set this up. Rodriguez able to get this back from Ward. Rodriguez plays it across, and Cardone takes charge. He's got it.
Well held by Cardone, because if he didn't hold that one, I think it was going to wind up in the back of his net. So he did a good job of really bringing that ball into his body, cradling it and holding it.
This is home for Matt Cardone, the 22-year-old keeper. San Antonio native, played 4 years at nearby Trinity University, Trinity Tigers, and a big opportunity, special moment for him tonight, getting the call with Ford, sitting this one out.
You know it means something special when this is your hometown. Every player it'll be important for every player that plays on San Antonio or Rio Grande Valley, but for him, this is where he lives, this is where his family is, this is where his friends are, so there's just a little bit of extra importance in there for Matt Cardone.
Alvarez tried to lay it off for Araujo, taken back by the Toros and controlled by Manotas. Here's James in the midfield. Jorginho James taken away. Mosley with the intercept. Araujo. Chin at the front. Here's Alvarez. Plays it ahead. Sean Chin will get on it. Plays it out wide. And the stop made by the goalkeeper, Paralis.
Ooh, not sure if he was looking to try and beat the goalkeeper into the near post, Cochran, with that, or whether he was trying to center that ball. Might have been trying to go for the near post, which is cheeky because the goalkeeper would probably be thinking cross. So he thought he might try to catch him.
6 attacks for San Antonio, 2 in the game thus far for the Toros. McCarthy on the ball. Terrier in the midfield. Here's Sebastian Terrier. Lays this off. Alvarez on the move. A step on James, but progress interrupted by Ayala.
Exciting player. Sometimes you got to be careful, because when you go on the dribble, if you lose it, it can turn to a counter very, very quickly. And if you've got numbers up going the wrong way,
James, the Jamaican midfielder, can make you pay the price. The man wearing number 6 in white. Here comes Rio Grande Valley back the other way. Escalante at the edge of the box. Tries to slip by Cochran, who recovered well.
That's a great matchup over on that side. Escalante and Cochran. I think I'm going to be enjoying that one all night long.
We get a look at Darren Powell. When he was hired, the team had a home field, but little else. He was telling us today, building a club, such a hectic process, and he was basically the man in charge. Basically the cell phone glued to his ear for a period of 2 months, trying to construct a team. And he looked locally first, Tom. He wanted to see what was here in the proximity in this area. The roster somewhat reflects that. 4 players from Texas on the roster, 2 from Trinity, 2 who played for the San Antonio Scorpions of the NASL. Something of a local flavor, but not completely. Obviously, you can't do that.
No, and then he went and raided his former closet. He's got a few players from Elon. Went to Orlando City, who he knows Josh Ford very well. And Cardoni was in on a trial down in Orlando. I can't help but think as he's sitting there looking around, now you have all these people here, a team, and it's playing. I mean, imagine what he must be thinking back to where he was 5 months ago. That's a long way really fast. That's almost teleportation type stuff.
Pico for McCarthy. Pico Bradnock Brennan out of UNC Charlotte.
One of my favorite names.
He likes Pico. Castillo likes the ball. Gives here to Johnson. Nutmeg by James and continues on. Able to punch this out wide. Ayala with the intercept.
Well, you see the good feet that he's got, and he's a very clever player. Tries that outside the boot pass, just wasn't able to get it bent far enough. Jason Johnson exciting 3 goals on the season so far for San Antonio.
Johnson had a taste of MLS with the Chicago Fire. 2 goals last season for that club. On the left flank for San Antonio FC.
And you know he's quick because Chicago, one of the quickest teams in MLS.
Not sure the Fire couldn't use him at this point. A team that's struggling out of the gate in MLS at this point.
Mightily.
To the far side, Ayala. Tries to seek out Kastner, but broken up.
Broken up by Cochran, another one with the Chicago Fire roots, if you will.
We were alerted by Darren Powell, maybe one of the key matchups tonight. Cochran at right back, Escalante, who is so good on the left side of the midfield for Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, here we go.
Intercept. Here's James looking for space, defended by Biko. Continues on, slowed up by Biko. The referee says play on.
That was a coming together, some grabbing his shirts. Good job by Biko. He had to be strong. Look at there, he shows some composure on the ball, just to turn it into his space. Very nice.
Here's Castillo with Ford injured. He's the man wearing the captain's armband for San Antonio FC tonight. The 35-year-old player who appeared in the World Cup for Colombia in 2002.
Yeah, I mean, talk about experience. I mean, this guy's seen it all. He's done it all. Been there and gotten the T-shirt. So, and he's going to be a calming influence. I mean, with younger guys, this is a guy who you can look at him and he can calm you down and go, hey, it's okay. No matter what's going on, he's experienced.
Space for Alvarez, able to lay this out wide. The pass for Chin is broken up, and James guides it away.
A lot of joy up the right side for San Antonio FC. Many attacks coming from that side.
Here's Kastner on the ball for Rio Grande Valley. We remain scoreless. The game in the 25th minute. Hope you're enjoying the first ever San Antonio FC telecast on Fox Sports Southwest tonight. With Tom Traxler, I'm Steve Cangelosi. We're so happy to bring it to you. Team president for Rio Grande Valley, Bert Garcia, was saying from the moment there were rumblings about a San Antonio franchise, he knew right away, crossed his fingers that it would happen. He knew it was so important for soccer in the region to have not one, but with 2. And we see that so many times in soccer across North America. What a good rivalry does. Over the top, Sean Shin won't get there. Perales has got it.
Well, how right you are. I mean, let's look at some big rivalries across this country. You go up to the Pacific Northwest, the Cascadia Cup. I mean, what happens between Seattle and Portland and Vancouver? And it's going to translate here to South Texas.
Kastner's service. Guided away. Terrier can't get on it. Pico's clearance deflected, and Mosley for San Antonio. Garcia lost control. Johnson for San Antonio. Uses the center of the field. Laid off by Terrier. Alvarez progress stopped. Terrier able to guide it away. Keep possession for his club. Now Cochran down the right side has got it. Able to lay this off. Alvarez, top of the box. Defended away by Ayala.
Yeah, Alvarez, he's quick, he's clever, but he's got to get the ball off his feet several times now. He's had it and had it tackled away.
Manotas from distance gives it a go, and it's just wide of the bar.
Well, he was looking for the far post and in a hurry. That's what happens when you give the ball away, transitions, gets to the other end, and here's Rio Grande Valley FC with an opportunity. You see him cut inside. That's a dangerous area. When you cut inside that area of the box, it brings that far post into play if you can bend that around. Just wasn't able to get the right bend on it, but it was certainly hit with some authority.
Mauro Manotas, the 20-year-old Colombian striker, nearly giving his side the lead. Talked about the relationship with the Dynamo. He is one of those players on loan from Houston.
That's one of the advantages. You're going to get talented young players when they come to you.
9 such teams in USL have such an affiliation.
This being one of them. I mean, of course, you know, the additions of Bethlehem Steel, who work with Philadelphia Union, and LA Galaxy 2, who top the Western Conference here in USL.
2 undefeated teams remain. LA Galaxy 2, Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2. And a foul is called. This will be possession for Rio Grande Valley FC.
Got Vilmer Cabrera up excited, I'll tell you.
San Antonio FC returns to Toyota Field on Saturday, May 21st to host Oklahoma City FC. Be a part of the experience. For tickets, check out our website, sanantoniofc.com.
Game's turned a little bit. I thought the first part was going for San Antonio FC, and then I think right now Rio Grande Valley FC is in the ascendancy a bit.
Castillo on the ball in the midfield for San Antonio. Now Terrier. The return from Alvarez. Rodriguez now on the counter. Has this for Rio Grande Valley. Rodriguez gives it a go. The deflection, and it's taken by the goalkeeper Cardoni.
Boy, you hold your breath on deflections. They could go anywhere. It's a goalkeeper's worst enemy. But that one happened to go right at Matt Cardoni.
Araujo tries to split 2 defenders. James on the ball would have none of that.
Again, you're quick, but you want to start connecting passes. It's the one thing San Antonio are doing really well in the first 15-ish, 20 minutes. And lately, most attacks, it's been getting cut out.
Taken back, Escalante from distance, and the block by McCarthy.
Good job by McCarthy, just standing strong. He kind of saunters away like not a thing.
Green. Charlie Ward for Kastner. Service from Kai Green, deflected away. Castillo. Brazilian defender Ivan Magalhaes able to work this away, and Garcia for Ward. Each team looking for the breakthrough here. First half at Toyota Field. Cochran lets the keeper have a go at it. That's Cardoni.
Right now, looking at the work that's being put in by Charlie Ward and Jorginho James in the defensive midfield for Rio Grande Valley. And you know, it's going to be tough work because they're right around Araujo, who's going to have both of them to contend with.
Currently 5th in the USL Western Conference standings is San Antonio FC. A win tonight could potentially move them up as high as 3rd. Well played by Chin. Too far, though, for Castillo at the top.
Much too far. Want to get that ball back down, start finding those wide areas. That's when San Antonio FC were enjoying big swaths of play and dangerous attacks that were creating chances.
Magalhaes to the foot of James. Jorginho James gets this back. 3 caps for the Jamaican national team for the man who wears number 6. On on loan from one of the more popular clubs in Jamaica, Harborview.
He gives no quarter in that midfield either. Strong tackler.
Cardone. We're a third of the way through at Toyota Field. We remain scoreless in the first ever meeting between these Texas sides in the USL, and a foul is called.
I thought it might get a booking, but no. Used his hip, checked. It was almost professional because he was getting into space, and it did stop his progress. So as you see him come through, I don't know. Could be a cause for booking. Played the man the whole way. I think he got off with one there, Steve.
Referee might factor into where the foul took place as well.
Possible.
It's in his own third of the field.
Yep.
Here's Biko. Kastner with pressure for the Toros. This ball awkwardly to the touchline, stays in play. Rodriguez is on it, able to square this for Kastner. Kastner chased back by Terrier. Good work by him.
Yeah, great work by Terrier, because that was just outside his box, and he managed to escort all the way back nearly to midfield.
But it's laid back. Ayala able to lay this off, but the intercept by Terrier. Cochran trying to get it out of harm's way. It comes to James. Kevin Garcia pressured by Chin, and the foul is called against Sean Chin.
Trying to be clever there. He's trying to get someone to booking, but he was walking away. The referee's going to say, get away a little bit quicker, if you don't mind, please, sir. And he says, yeah, okay. He's still looking for it. He's still asking for it. Meanwhile, you can't hold on. He stopped.
Green will try the free kick a second time. Now gets the go-ahead from the referee, Kreitzer. Here's Kai Green. Defended by Jason Johnson.
Much higher pressure being exerted by Rio Grande Valley FC. And it's no coincidence that since that higher pressure's come in, it's turned the tables a little bit for them.
It's game 6 for Rio Grande Valley FC. 2 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw to this point. Started 4 consecutive road games to get things started. Losing the home opener last week, as we told you, against LA Galaxy 2. Moving into a spectacular 10,000-seat stadium, but speaking with Wilma Cabrera prior to first kick tonight, sounds like that might not take place until July at the earliest.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, you know, and that's a ways off, but time goes by quickly, and the place that they're playing right now is a nice, it's nice. It's a good facility, but when you know you have a gem waiting on you, you get a little bit anxious. So I'm sure these guys are anxious to get into the new home and into their new dressing room. You know, something that's going to be theirs.
Fans getting anxious for a San Antonio goal, but Green is on this for the visitors. Now Kevin Garcia. James tried to seek out Kastner, and that's defended away. Ward for Ayala.
Just not able to keep possession and keep turning it over.
Escalante. The little flick from distance. Didn't miss by all that much.
No, that's a smart effort. I mean, if nothing else, you go, what do I have? Well, I have a potential ball to the far post, and he certainly tried it. Smart.
Castillo using the width of the field. Alvarez for Greg Cochran. Castillo. Pressure from behind. Didn't see it coming, and the foul. And a free kick from dead center from long range coming up for San Antonio.
He's smart. Watch how he gets himself up in the air just before the contact comes. He knows it's going to happen. Boom. Gets himself up. That's what you get when you got a player who's been to a World Cup.
Castillo had the game-winning goal versus Tulsa last week. Named to the USL Team of the Week on Tuesday.
I can take a look at that effort of his a few times. It was a blast. He had such great technique. His head was so still, he got over the ball. Brilliant strike.
This is out of most players' range in the world. Let's see what Castillo does it. He's got Araujo there as well.
Yeah, don't know how fast this ball will be to go in from here.
McCarthy for Terrier. Service into the box. Chin is there, but on a bounce, the keeper Perales has got it.
Oh, and here we go. Quick counterattack. That was a great ball served in, though. Hard.
On the near side, Rodriguez for Kastner. Taken away. Good defensive play made by Carlos Alvarez, but an injury as Rodriguez is there and a foul is called.
Well, I was wondering if he was going to come back to it. He kind of, the play went forward, and I don't know if the referee looked back, but he did look back over his shoulder and caught it. So if we have a look, he plays the ball forward, and really, honestly, he just runs into him. I mean, I have to be honest with you. I think that Rodriguez is making more of a meal of this than it really was. Because Castillo just turned to go the other way, and he literally ran into him.
No vehement objection from Darren Powell. Now he's looking at the fourth official and wants to converse some more about it.
Yeah, it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't as bad as what Rodriguez would have led you to believe it was. I mean, he made it look like you absolutely got punched in the face, and then that's not really what happened. But, you know, you're going to try and, players are competitive people, and they try and take any advantage that they can possibly think they can get.
So a free kick for Rio Grande Valley. We're in the 37th minute in San Antonio. Rio Grande Valley FC, San Antonio FC meeting for the first time.
So see, and he's showing him right there. He's going, I just turned and he ran into me. I didn't raise my elbow. I didn't hit him. We know.
Free kick for the Toros. And it is Rodriguez who'll get it started again.
Yeah, you wonder, you look at this and you're like, if you could just set it down and play short from this distance. I mean, there you go. And then the referee goes, wait a minute. We're sitting here for how long? Let's get this thing underway, shall we?
Green decided to play it. Now the referee gives the green light. Here we go.
So let's see if they serve it in the box and just play it backward. There you go. That's where your numbers are right now.
Magalhaes, Brazilian defender for Ayala. Gorgeous night, good conditions in San Antonio. Quick throw in. Araujo is on this for San Antonio. Able to flick this ball ahead. Alvarez, far side. Ayala kept the ball in play. Araujo there for support. Here's Cochran. Terrier. And Bico. On the perimeter for San Antonio. Johnson shakes loose of Ward and continues on. Works it ahead. Castillo. Good ball movement by San Antonio. Mosley looking for Chin. On goal, and Perales is there.
This is what you want, okay? Look, the passes are starting to now get 1 and 2 touch. Sharper, crisper. They're connecting. Next thing you know, it's a chance in the box. Well taken by Chin. He was a little clever, but he had to be with it.
Green for Manotas. Kasner couldn't get on it. Foul is called against San Antonio, and now Darren Powell is heating up on the sideline.
And that got him literally jumping up and down. I mean, he's like, what, again? As long as it's consistent, as long as it goes both ways consistently, I don't think anybody has a problem. As a player, that's what you want. Just tell me, ref, how I can play. Tell me the things I can and can't do and be consistent with it, and we're all cool.
Here's Ayala. Late first half of a scoreless match. Alvarez has his man tied up, and the foul is called against the Toros.
Yeah, as he was going down, he kept grabbing. He kept grabbing at Carlos Alvarez. Right call. Good call by the official. Whoops.
Miscue leads to a throw-in for Rio Grande Valley. Here's Green.
You hate it when that happens.
James. Pressure by Araujo. They escape that. Pico makes the safe play.
Well done. Got there to turn that into a throw-in instead of a corner.
Rodriguez will leave this instead for Kai Green. 40 minutes in.
I don't know why teams don't try. This is a good chance to get behind somebody. You can't be offsides on a throw.
Kastner able to play it across.
Not a bad ball.
Cochran chasing his man down. It continues in the attacking third for Rio Grande Valley. Ayala, his service, headed away, taken back. Green lays it off for James, and this ball is played out.
Well done. I was going to say, I hope they come out and get some pressure on some of these balls.
Check out the new, already improved website, SanAntonioFC.com. You'll notice enhancements, roster, schedule, player, and team stats and standings. Plenty to look for. The new SanAntonioFC.com. Johnson's service deflected away, and luckily for Rio Grande Valley, to the goalkeeper Perales.
Yeah, that thing fell down. I think everybody, when it came off, they went, oh, because that did not go in a favorable direction. Except the fact it went to Perales, excuse me.
It was Tyler Derrick who was in goal for the last game for Rio Grande Valley. Houston Dynamo keeper who was suspended from MLS due to a red card. So perfect example of how they utilize the USL affiliate to keep a keeper sharp. Derrick is back.
Yeah, and
with the Dynamo now.
Yeah, and I watched a bit of that game, and he was sharp on several one-on-one opportunities that the LA Galaxy 2 had. He's an MLS goalkeeper, so he's good. And then you're right. It's a great way to say come down and stay sharp, keep game sharp, which is really most important, that you're game sharp.
This is Perales' first appearance since April 12th. That was a 2-2 draw versus Seattle. Alvarez can't control. Players shaken up at midfield for Rio Grande Valley. I did not ID him, Tom, and now the ball is intentionally played out.
And that looks like it could. That's Charlie Ward that's down, and he's hurt. I think he's hurt, actually. And you can actually see, look at his leg. There's a cut right on his leg. You can see it. So as he comes in, first I was going to talk about, and there it was, right there, lifted it, and you got the stud on his leg. You want to get those balls on the ground. I mean, you're playing those balls in the air in the midfield, and it's contested, and that's tough because then you got to bring it down while you've got somebody coming on to pressure you. You're saying, let's keep that ball down on the floor. But yeah, he's definitely hurt. There was a cut on his leg.
So the water break comes a little bit earlier than anticipated for a lot of the players who will take advantage of this. Give us a chance, for those of you watching USL action, perhaps for the first time, to take a look at the San Antonio FC timeline. We are only 5 months removed from the franchise announcing its intentions to play in USL. And look at all that happened in that time, Todd. January 7th, the franchise is officially granted. Darren Powell is announced as head coach. That's before there are any players. Any managing director, Tim Holt, came along shortly after that. Open tryouts, followed by the first player signed, Carlos Alvarez. So go from franchise intention to first match April 3rd, 5 months. This is a remarkable timeline.
And you're talking like not players and staff and administration, and I looked on that timeline, and the one thing that I saw, I was like, wow, look at that. First player signed February 2nd, and then you're playing in April. 2 months later, you have one player February 2nd, and then 2 months later, you're playing with a full squad. That's, like I said, that is beyond fast. And not every organization could pull something like that off. I think this Spurs Sports Entertainment group is possibly second to none. And the reason this is able to be pulled off is because of a group like that.
And these fans hope to see a good team on the field for this season. Again, top 8 in each conference go to the USL playoffs. 30-game season stretched over 27 weeks of play. Araujo in the midfield. Kastner tries to clean that up, taken back by Alvarez, though. The Toros break that pressure. Ayala for Manotos, but McCarthy there to head it away.
And it's not an easy league to play in, Steve. I mean, games come so thick and fast. I mean, you could go on a trip on a weekend and be playing, 2 2 games in 3 days, stuff that's just so taxing on your body as a player. But what a great way to learn to develop as a professional. I mean, it really lets you know how training day in, day out, competitive matches, travel. It's a great stage to learn to be a pro.
Taken by Rio Grande Valley, and the crack from distance goes wide. 4 minutes of added time here in the first half, revealed by the 4th official.
It could be about 6, depending on the different instances that we've had to witness, but 4 minutes is fair.
Terrier is slowly back to his feet. 20 caps for the Haitian national team for that man, Sebastien Terrier, out of the University of South Florida. He's appeared in big games as well. Gold Cup, World Cup qualifiers for his side. Haiti.
Haitian national, yes. And he's been around this league, I mean, forever. VSI Tampa Bay, Charleston Battery, one of the cornerstones of USL. Might I say, this team, San Antonio, they have some great names of this team. Terrier and Araujo. You can't even say that name wrong. It sounds great any way you say it.
It's got some flavor, you're saying, Tom.
It really does.
Chin trying to get on this. Able to save possession. 3 white jerseys surround him, and it's played away by Kai Green. Here's the throw in by Mosley. Looking for late magic in the half is San Antonio FC. Bobby Mosley for Terrier. McCarthy. Stephen McCarthy out of the back. Alvarez will latch on to this. Cochran can't shake loose of his man, and Greg Cochran commits the foul.
Jeez. Okay, yeah, he got his hands up, and that's why he's going to get a booking. Got to keep your hands down. But he didn't shove him that hard. I mean, so as you see him try and go by, and Cochran gets his hands up. He got his hands up in the face area especially, and that's the problem. That's why you're going to get the card. Got to keep your hands down.
Long Island, New York born. Greg Cochran. One of the more consistent players that San Antonio FC has put on the field thus far this season. Late first half. Coming up at halftime, a look at Stephen McCarthy, defender for San Antonio, who heads the ball in this sequence.
I enjoyed watching him play. He is a calm, composed individual, and you like that out of your center halves.
Araujo plays it wide. Mosley. Green tries to work it away. Johnson keeps it alive, and Terrier for Bico. Played back to the goalkeeper, Cardoni. Chin sees it guided away. That will do it for the first half of play. Tom Troxler, your thoughts on the first half?
No, I think we're still playing.
Oh, we are still going to go.
He fooled you. Free fooled you.
I jumped the gun.
Kick. But in asking, I think it's been a good first half. You know, I think the chances have all come for San Antonio FC. We're still waiting for some real quality chances from Rio Grande Valley. They haven't materialized. But that's what we talked about earlier on the broadcast, that, you know, not much has troubled San Antonio FC. They've not really been troubled defensively, and so far tonight, that's holding true.
Team that has not conceded more than a goal in any of the first 6 games it's played so far this season. That's been a positive, as Jason Johnson is shaken up at midfield, and he appears to be in great pain.
There's been a lot of players down on the floor. So, I mean, let's have a look here if we can see what happened. Jason Johnson writhing in pain, I can tell you. I think referee's called time, so that'll be it, and he'll get treatment on field during half. So we have a look. We don't really get to see. He goes down. I hope he didn't twist an ankle, because it didn't look as though and then the player there, that was Green. It didn't look like Green tackled him, so I hope he didn't turn his ankle.
That's a big storyline when the second half begins, whether or not Jason Johnson can continue. Leading goal scorer for San Antonio thus far this season. First half has come to an end at Toyota Field. We're scoreless in the first ever game between San Antonio FC and Rio Grande Valley FC. A close-up look at Stephen McCarthy when we continue on Fox Sports Southwest.
Some excel because they're destined to. Most excel because they are determined to. They set out to outperform, outwork, out-hustle, outthink, and innovate. That's how you become outstanding at what you do. It doesn't matter if you're running a team or running a business. Prepare like no one else, and when you get the opportunity to excel,
You will be ready.
For anything.
Your summer plans just got a whole lot brighter. Saturday, May 14th at 7 is Stars Basketball opening night. Grab a seat for as low as $10 a ticket and come early for a free throwback t-shirt to celebrate the WNBA's 20th season. Head over to sastars.com for more info.
Welcome to Corner Store. How can we help?
Well, I'm thirsty.
We have juice, teas, and over 100 ways to create your drink with our Coca-Cola Freestyle.
Wow, that's a lot of drinks.
Need a boost? We've got fresh coffee and great deals on energy drinks.
That's cool and hot.
Ready to relax? Check out our craft beer and wine selection.
Classy.
How else can we help?
I'll just take these. Thanks.
Don't forget the milk. Just $2.39 a gallon at Corner Store. Always fresh, guaranteed. We're fresh and friendly. We're Corner Store.
I'm from Texas, and so I've been away from the state for a long time now. And when this opportunity came up, and I knew the Spurs were involved, and I knew Darren was involved, and I knew it was my home state. I knew that it just felt right, and it does feel like I want to help the city, and I want to help Texas in general. It's top notch, like beyond top. It's incredible. The Spurs organization is ridiculous. It's apparent the way they do things. So there's a reason why they are so successful. But all the people behind the scenes have been unbelievable, and so that helps you too to want to do well for these people who are working so hard, and they're such great people. So yeah, I couldn't be happier with how things have gone and how this organization is run. They're top coaches, and they want perfection. That's what I love about them. From Darren all the way down, he wants things perfect, and it's not good enough to just be better than another team. It's you against yourself. So I really love that about him, and I think everyone's trying to get that mindset as well. It's been humbling to see all the people that are really excited about this team. I had no idea coming in that it was going to be such a big thing for their fans. It's been crazy, man. They're crazy people here. They're good, they're great. They're loud, and they seem excited, and I think football is really big here in the city. There's so many people that love the sport, so soccer is huge. And the fans are great. I mean, without the fans, the team is nothing. So to be successful, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. That's what I hope people know, because this is brand new, and it's going to take people getting to know each other, and on the field, getting to know what the guy next to you is going to do before he even knows, and that takes time. So just doing all the little things right, and getting the right people who are about, the things that the Spurs are about, which are family and everything like that. That's going to help it come along quicker, I think so. I'm older, I have to be a leader, I have to be, communicate a lot more than some, I would think, because I've been around for a while, I've seen a lot of stuff, so maybe I'm here to help the younger guys too, to move them along, and I don't know my other strengths. I don't know. I just do my best and hope the coaches like it.
The Bud Light River City Rock Fest is back.
Featuring Disturbed, Scorpions, Megadeth, Bullet for My Valentine, Hell Yeah, 6 a.m., and more. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the AT&T Center box office. For more info, head over to RiverCityRockFest.com.
Hey, LaMarcus. The guys and I brought you some H-E-B Primo Picks to try.
Wow, prime rib burgers and steaks.
I got you H-E-B, that salsa about Texas.
And I got you that green sauce. Get it?
I get it.
French vanilla creamy creations ice cream.
Of course. I got you cheese balls.
That's it?
That's all we got?
Cheese balls. What? They're bacon cheddar. Texas Pet's dog food. I don't even have a dog.
Primo Picks, unique products from Texas and around the world.
Our first kid, it's time for a new car.
A new safe car.
Exactly.
Well, the Camry's really safe. 10 airbags. You could even get one with a blind spot monitor.
I don't know if we need all that.
It's good to have safe things.
Maybe we should get it.
Yeah, you never know.
During Toyota time, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a new 2016 Camry LE for only $199 a month.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Toyota, let's go places.
You may know us for our quality fuels. You might know we're the world's largest independent refiner, or even that we're in the Fortune 500 top 20. But did you know we've given over $100 million for children's charities, delivered more than 45,000 Meals on Wheels, and given over $10 million for higher education? To appreciate a company's true value, you have to understand the heart of its people.
Rafa Castillo. Castillo with a chance on Bengals and in!
Saber sobre los Spurs fue un placer para mí. Saber que íbamos a tener una organización que nos iba a dar un semejante respaldo. Para mi carrera obviamente fue importantísimo porque eso significaba el poder continuar durante varios años más y finalmente tener una mayor proyección. También significa la estabilidad para mí, para mi familia. Mi esposa toda la vida ha sido muy entregada al fútbol. Ahora que mi hija vino a nuestro mundo es una motivación más. Las dos aman el fútbol, sienten el fútbol de la misma manera que lo siento yo. Y una de las motivaciones es saber que cuando ellas están mirando mis partidos, siempre están esperando lo mejor de mí. Y eso me lleva a dar el 100% porque sé que como ellas esperan lo mejor, no puedo defraudarlas. Para mí son importantes y un complemento siempre en todo lo que hago. Ellas son las que después de cada viaje, después de cada partido, me esperan para darme un abrazo y a lo largo de mi vida y de mi carrera siempre he pensado que después de Dios las únicas personas que tienes en los momentos más difíciles son tu familia Llevo 3 años y desde que llegué me encontré con gente maravillosa, con un equipo que me recibió de una manera excelente y en medio de toda esta transición me encuentro con otro equipo que también me abrió las puertas de una manera increíble y solo nos han pasado cosas buenas acá en San Antonio.
Some excel because they're destined to. Most excel because they are determined to. They set out to outperform, outwork, out-hustle, outthink, and innovate. That's how you become outstanding at what you do. It doesn't matter if you're running a team or running a business. Prepare like no one else, and when you get the opportunity to excel,
You will be ready.
For anything.
Your summer plans just got a whole lot brighter. Saturday, May 14th at 7 is Stars Basketball opening night. Grab a seat for as low as $10 a ticket and come early for a free throwback t-shirt to celebrate the WNBA's 20th season. Head over to sastars.com for more info.
Welcome to Corner Store. How can we help?
Well, thirsty.
We have juice, teas, and over 100 ways to create your drink with our Coca-Cola Freestyle.
Wow, that's a lot of drinks.
Need a boost? We've got fresh coffee and great deals on energy drinks.
That's cool and hot.
Ready to relax? Check out our craft beer and wine selection.
Classy.
How else can we help?
I'll just take these. Thanks.
Don't forget the milk. Just $2.39 a gallon at Corner Store. Always fresh, guaranteed. We're fresh and friendly. We're Corner Store.
Start getting passes connected. Let's get in their end. Let's get back to what we did the first part of the first half.
And looking across the field, the good news for San Antonio FC, Jason Johnson has come out to start the second half, the man wearing number 18, and we're ready to go as the second half begins. San Antonio FC, Rio Grande Valley FC, first ever meeting between the intrastate rivals is tonight. And Carlos Alvarez quickly on the attack for San Antonio. Able to beat one man in Ayala and ran out of real estate.
But gets the corner. And that's what I talked about the first half. Go forward. Get forward. This is why. I mean, you suddenly put a team under pressure.
It will be Castillo. This is the first corner of the match for San Antonio.
Got to deliver this into a good area. All he needs good delivery, good runs and good delivery, and good things can happen.
Castillo service looking for McCarthy cutting, and that's defended away. Greg Cochran tries to keep this alive. Castillo battling. Manotas shielding him away. Ayala under pressure, just makes the safe play. It's a San Antonio throw-in.
Boy, wanting to start quick, San Antonio in the second half. Getting forward, high pressure all over Rio Grande Valley FC right now.
Alvarez tries to get a step on Ayala. Showing some skill in tight space, and the foul is called.
Giving no quarter there was James and Ayala, with Alvarez trying to get that ball out. Good battle. I like the intensity.
Canales, the keeper. Each goalkeeper had to make one save in the opening 45 minutes. Ball deflects off Castillo. Rio Grande Valley will have it.
One thing, if I was Vilmer Cabrera, the coach for Rio Grande Valley FC, I talked to my players about halftime. It's like, we've really got to start getting some efforts on frame. For the possession that we had, we really didn't create much from it.
Former Chivas head coach looking on. Wilmer Cabrera, 48. He was named head coach on December 2nd. 1998 World Cup veteran. Given away, taken here by Rio Valley FC. And the shot, and parried away by Cardone.
Cardone is thankful for that because that was a giveaway. It was, watch this pass. So he's gonna play it, and they're gonna come out. It's gonna be hit. Oh, that goes over the bar. It didn't quite get to the first ball, which was a giveaway, which led to that moment. As you see right there, pocket picked, and whoo, Cardone's like, thank you for hitting that right at me. That's a chance wasted. If they need a goal late in this game, they're going to remember that moment right there.
Second corner of the match for Rio Grande Valley. Rodriguez. Blocked away by Johnson. Kastner is on it and played back. Corner for each side in the opening minutes here in the second half. Given away again. Kastner, and a save, Cardone.
He did not get the clearance that he wanted, Bobby Mosley. And that one set up so nicely for Kastner. Those are two gilt-edged chances right there for Rio Grande Valley FC. You've got to convert those. You've got to take advantage of what teams give you. And right there, San Antonio FC just gave them two great chances.
Darren Powell hadn't seen a lot of that in the opening 6 games for his side. And then 2 giveaways, 2 glorious chances for the opponent in a matter of minutes as Cochran will head this away. And San Antonio is on its heels here in the opening minutes of the half.
Well, what started as a bright start is now suddenly turning on the other way. But you just can't lose focus at any time. You can't get lethargic. You have to keep intensity and you have to keep sharp.
Turnaround try, parried away again by the goalkeeper Cardone, and they'll gladly concede the corner, and things are heating up for Rio Grande Valley FC.
Yeah, it's turning into a shooting gallery right now. Cardone wisely parries that up in the air. Doesn't try to hold it, just gets his hands solid behind it so it doesn't go through him.
Rodriguez will take the corner from the near side.
There we go.
In front traveling supporters. That corner headed away. McCarthy able to get it out of harm's way, but staying with this are the Toros. Terrier in the corner defending. Another corner conceded by the home side.
I think Terrier has had a really good game. He's been good in the midfield, winning balls, tracking runners. He's been certainly a bright spot, I think, for San Antonio FC.
Here's the fourth corner of the match. This time from the far side.
Weathering a storm right now, San Antonio FC.
It's played to Kasner. His service intended for James, but defended away. James to the edge of the box, headed away by Alvarez. It's a throw-in.
Yeah, good job there by Alvarez. Read it the whole way. Nice and sure on his header.
Just over 5 minutes played in the second half.
Right now, San Antonio FC just trying to get through these couple minutes. Try not to give up all the play. See if we can't find an outlet.
Played into the box and defended away.
Ooh, that one hurt.
Tumbling to the ground. Terrier was there. And under the pile is Stephen McCarthy, who's shaken up.
Right. He hit the ground really, really hard. As you see this ball come whipping in the box, and he's going to have to get there. And as he did, just gets undercut. Because obviously Menotes was going for the same ball. He had to. And they're coming together and took the legs right out from underneath Stephen McCarthy. He just went straight flat back to ground.
Where's the protective headgear, which he lost in that exchange, which is why I hesitated to say it was McCarthy when I didn't see it on the defending player. Nevertheless, we play on.
Such a hard challenge, it flew off.
Throw-in intercepted by Castillo. Another corner kick, and right now San Antonio playing with fire.
Yeah, they can't get out. They just need to get a clearance and change their lines. They are under immense pressure.
Escalante, the return from Kasner. This is laid off. Defended away by Cochran, and now finally they'll look to get this out of harm's way. One shot on goal in the first half was taken by the Toros. They have 3 shot attempts already in the opening minutes of the second half.
I said, Coach Wilmer Cabrera must be going, guys, you know, for all that maybe we did have some of the possession, we didn't have anything on frame. Well, now they've got some things to show for it. And 2 chances that I think one of them should have been put away. If one goes away, the other one might not come, but they've had 2 real good chances.
Ward redirected, now Kasner, and it's off the mark.
Yeah, he wasn't able to square himself up on that effort. As he came through, it just kind of sailed away on him.
21-year-old out of Clemson, Robert Kasner, has been active in the attack for the Toros.
Coach Darren Powell should know a little bit about. Scored 2 goals in one game against Elon. So I'm sure he's quite, Coach Darren Powell from San Antonio FC is quite familiar with Robert Kasner.
Elon University, North Carolina. That was the longest coaching stint for Darren Powell. He was there for 9 years. Southern Conference Coach of the Year 4 times during his stay.
That's a beautiful country. That is a place you want to stay for a while.
Here's Alvarez looking for a response. San Antonio curls it off the left foot, but wide.
Tries to get some Jessica Simpson on that. He's trying to get the curves, but he wasn't able to get the bend. It just went away. Good attempt and effort. That's better. At least it clears your lines, gets you in the other end. It gets the pressure off you. Now you can start to build again.
Alvarez, some of you might recall, had a glorious introduction to his MLS career. He scored for Chivas in his first game against the rival LA Galaxy at the time. Pico plays the ball away. It's a throw-in near midfield for Rio Grande Valley. Taken away, Johnson with the strip. Araujo on the move. Victor Araujo didn't release it in time.
That's just it. You don't want to give that ball away. It was a great tackle.
Garcia able to play it ahead. Kastner saves possession. Game opening up a bit to a degree. Terrier fouled against the midfielder, and a free kick from a dangerous spot for Rio Grande Valley.
Definitely dangerous spot. You got the near post open up, you got the far post open up. It could be a shot, could be a cross. It's one of those areas. If you're Matt Cardone, you've got to be careful. You got to be watching a lot of things and organizing yourself. Back to the other attack. It was a great steal by Johnson in the midfield, and then given away at the other end. This is what San Antonio FC need to avoid is the giveaways.
Rodriguez and Escalante are the choices for the Toros in a scoreless game. 56th minute of the match.
I think this scene's gonna. I think it's gonna be bent in.
Escalante curls it away, cleared by Terrier. Johnson has to let it take a bounce and continues on. Jason Johnson at the midfield stripe. Tries to seek out Chin. Ball stays in play, and it's played to the goalkeeper, Perales.
Handled it well. Got it clear. But they've got to get out and get pressure back on it so they can sustain some amount of pressure themselves.
Manotas shielded away by McCarthy. It's a throw-in for San Antonio.
Really, outside of maybe the first minute, it's been 10 minutes of pressure that they've had to deal with. You can see the high pressure.
Cardone's release given away. Kastner takes it on the far side. Rodriguez in the attacking third, able to lay it off. Back for Kastner on the far side. Araujo, well played with the strip. Terrier works it ahead. Chin leaning the wrong way.
Yeah, very well done by Araujo. Hate to see it given away again. It's the giveaways. Got to get away from them.
Tenor of the match here is you get the feeling in the second half that a mistake is going to lead to the first goal. You're wondering on which side.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen two chances for Rio Grande Valley FC just like that, and then they didn't cash in on it. And sometimes it just goes that it might happen to them, and then San Antonio FC is going to cash that in. That always seems to be the way it works out. And that's why you put so much importance when you get those chances. You've got to take them.
Mosley on the move for San Antonio. Bobby Mosley ventures into the attacking third. Now lays it off. Johnson far side for Mosley. Reverses course and gives to Bico. Terrier sees James coming hard.
Much higher pressure now you see out of Rio Grande Valley FC.
Bico's service. Alvarez on the receiving end. Lays it off. Castillo for Cochran. Here's Greg Cochran. Curls it away. Chin can't get on it. Araujo battling for possession. Has it top of the box, and that crack blocked away. Terrier for Johnson. Good ball movement now by San Antonio. Looking for the breakthrough. Mosley is on it. Alvarez lost possession. Knocked away. Ayala on the counter. Kastner gives to Manotas. Slowed up McCarthy. Fine defensive showing.
What a tackle that was. A 1v1 tackle. McCarthy was true and good there. Let's get a foot on it here if you're San Antonio FC. Let's get a foot on this. Let's keep it in this end.
Araujo tries to send Johnson on his path.
No, that's going to go the other way. Yep. He came up the back. Johnson came up the back. They both went down, but Johnson came up the back. He definitely got, as you see here, I think that's Kai Green who has position. And he goes right up the back. Now, I was just saying, if you're San Antonio FC, you've just been under a lot of pressure. Let's not give the ball away. Let's put a foot on the ball. Let's make sure we keep it.
First substitution by either side. Miguel Salazar comes into the game and replaces Araujo. The San Antonio substitution.
Straight swap. We'll have to see if that changes anything about shape.
Rodriguez is done for Rio Grande Valley. And coming on to take his place Wearing number 23 is Roy Lovejoy from the Houston Dynamo.
And here we go. I mean, you get to see players that just kind of come in and out of the lineup. And this is one that got sent down. I say down, you get sit down, you get to sit and give it a chance to play. And I think that's the most important thing.
Coming back from injury, opportunity for him to apply his wares for the affiliate club. And it's a hybrid affiliate. All the technical matters, coaches, players, how the team plays, that's handled by the Houston Dynamo. Rio Grande Valley operates the team on a day-to-day basis, though. Club operations and how the business side is handled.
It's important that the players don't look at this as, you know, I've got to go down and play. You've got to look at this as an opportunity to shine, and an opportunity to make yourself better. I mean, everybody knows Dom Dwyer. Dom Dwyer blossomed in USL.
Castillo, just a touch too far for him as it's cleared by Green.
Saying Dom Dwyer blossomed in USL with Orlando City. That's where he started making his name. Boy, the substitution's coming fast, thick and fast now.
Well, for those of you being introduced to USL, perhaps for the first time tonight on Fox Sports Southwest, USL, unlike Major League Soccer, operates with a maximum of 5 substitutions per team. This is the second employed by Coach Darren Powell tonight. Milton Palacios will come on to check into the match.
Palacios from Honduras.
Replacing Carlos Alvarez, who's done for the night.
Coach Wilmer Carrera, we were meeting with him earlier. He goes, is that the Honduran? Is that the Honduran? Yes, that is.
Versatile player. He can play it right back. He can be employed in the midfield. It appears to be the choice here for the man wearing number 2. His ball deflected off Chin.
It's a handball. Was. Let's see how they impact the match. That's what's always important. You come in, you want to have an impact. And a positive impact, not a negative one.
Controlled by San Antonio. The match in the 63rd minute. We remain scoreless. The visitors, the Toros, were shut out at home last week. Anxious to get on the board. This after San Antonio put a 3-spot on the board against Tulsa in this stadium 7 nights ago.
Just completing passes now. Look at Rio Grande Valley FC. Kind of putting their foot on the ball.
Ayala, Palacios with the push, and he's called for the foul.
It's soft. You can look at that. It's quite soft actually. So as the ball just comes down, just a little come. I mean, he's touching him, and he feels the contact. And as a player, you feel that contact, you go down. You know, there's a thought that you could stay your feet, but you know you're not going to get the ball. But if I go down, I may get a call. So, you know, if you don't go down, you're definitely not going to get a call. And that's the thought process, and that's what happens.
Let's see how it's played. Now Rodriguez was over a number of the free kicks earlier.
It's definitely soft, but it gives you a free kick in a dangerous area. I mean, this ball's going to be whipped in, and the near post is in play. This ball's whipped in with pace. It doesn't take much to flick it right by Matt Cardoni. I would expect Kastner to whip this in. It's going to be an in-swinger. No?
Escalante will take it, curls it in, and this ball, double deflection and headed away. If it was a handball, the referee says play on, and that try is blocked away by McCarthy.
Looks like a handball to me, but we play.
Kastner continues on with the throw-in. Cleared by Biko. Ayala. Kastner given away. Taken back, Miguel Salazar, who just entered the match, gives to Johnson. Pokes it ahead and too far for the on-rushing Castillo.
Yeah, wanted that bent into Sean Chin's path, but didn't get enough bend on it.
Terrier in the midfield. Here's Johnson. McCarthy, anxious moment for a second, but he recovers.
Yes, wait a minute, let's drop it all the way back to Cardoni. Okay, problem solved.
Now Biko out of the back. Garcia for James. Taken away. Chin. Flag stays down. Sean Chin on the move.
Oh, what a
and
tackle.
tackled away.
What a tackle.
It's a corner for San Antonio.
Was that Kevin Garcia? Outstanding tackle. I mean, a goal-saving tackle. Have a look, because that's a great through ball. Chinizani nods it down, and no, that's Megalis. What a tackle. Sure and true, because you go down, as you know, Steve, you go down in the box, there's every chance that it could be a penalty. So he had to get that one right. And in doing so, it looks like he's injured himself. Maybe he's got cramp.
Brazilian Ivan Megalis not yet back to his feet. This will be the second corner kick of the match for San Antonio FC. Castillo is ready, but he'll have to wait.
Could be a game-saving tackle, that. You never know.
Second round pick of the Houston Dynamo was Megalis. Here's Castillo now in the all-important corner. Swings it in, got by McCarthy, it drops. Terrier gives it a go and shoots it wide.
That ball got through low, hard. There is not too much chance that Devin Perales had eyes on it, but it was going wide, but it was moving. He did the right thing, comes back out, put it right back in. And he did so. Good, hard, and true. Unfortunately, for Sebastian Terrier, it wasn't on target.
We've had more scoring chances in the second half. I'm not sure either coach is pleased with how they've developed, but we've had more opportunities.
Yeah, if you're watching at home, it's exciting. If you're watching in this, if you're a fan of either of these two teams, it's exciting. While the first half maybe was a little bit better, it lacked some of the chances.
Castillo again. Stared down by James, the Toros midfielder. Now Chin. Taken away. Jorginho James settles it down for the Toros and cleared. Manotas can't get on this before Cardoni takes it. Will there be late magic from either side tonight?
Well, it's all in the cards for sure. I mean, we've talked about it. It could be a goal coming from a giveaway. It could be late magic, and then I wouldn't be surprised if it's a moment of brilliance from some of the players that you have out on this field, because there's players that can produce that.
Jones, Tug James, Jason Johnson, excuse me, is called for the foul.
Yeah, well, they should just get on with it. So far away from goal.
Leo Ayala plays this back. Ward. Ayala taken away by Johnson. Castillo for San Antonio. James backtracking, takes it away. Throw in for San Antonio.
You thought maybe Castillo was coming across there to get something on the ball and just kind of loses his footing.
Here's Johnson. First half ended with what appeared to be an injury of concern for Johnson, but he continued on. Kastner able to play this ahead. Opportunity, and it's in, a goal!
What a ball.
Rio Grande Valley takes the lead in the game's 69th minute.
What a great pass through and a first-time finish.
Roy Lovejoy, the second half sub.
And we talked about it. Look at that. Takes one touch to put it in his path. And a great finish. And we talked about that. We said, hey, when you come into the game, Kastner with a great ball, when you come in the game, you want to make a positive impact. What a positive impact Roy Lovejoy made there. But Kastner with a fantastic ball. What a pass that he picked. And Roy Lovejoy. First touch sets up your second touch, Steve, and he took his first touch wonderfully to put it in his path, and with his next touch, right by Matt Cardoni.
Just arrived from the Houston Dynamo, Roy Lovejoy, and now the answer must come from San Antonio. Johnson plays the cross in, and it's parried away by the goalkeeper, Perales.
And that's what you want to do. Good cross, but get across the goalkeeper. You've got to get across that goalkeeper. Interfere with his vision. Oh, it's all kicking off here now.
Second ball was on the field momentarily as Castillo turns, flicks towards goal. Perales handles this.
I think this has got more drama in it, Steve. I really do.
San Antonio trying to avoid its first home loss. This is home game number 3, a draw and a victory to their credit so far on this field.
I think it's far from over. It's been simmering nicely, and the pot is starting to boil. There could be some more goals in this one yet.
James and Ward man the midfield for Rio Grande Valley. Ayala. Kastner pass picked away by Johnson. It's a throw in for the Toros.
Interesting thing will be, what does Coach Darren Powell do? You see him down here. He's getting subs ready, so he's going to have to make a couple changes now. He's got Manolo Sanchez on the bench that he could go to as a forward to look to change a couple things up. And Daniel Garcia, midfielder. So I would definitely start to think at this moment in time, he's starting to think about maybe pulling a defensive player and inserting another attacker.
Kastner saves possession, gives to Ayala. James.
I mean, these are two good teams. And two teams that have gotten off to good starts. First-year teams that have gotten off to good starts.
Ayala.
Oh, boy.
Plays it into the box, and the shot is finished! It's a 2-0 lead! Rio Grande Valley doubles the advantage here in the second half. Manotas for a 2-0 lead.
Look at that. Smart ball. Centered back into the box. Watch as he gets down the line here and just gets right. And it was McCarthy who goes with it, not thinking Manotas is lurking. Well done there by Leo Ayala. Smartly pulling that ball back into the box. And as McCarthy went to stop the cross, you didn't think ball's coming back to the top of the box. And Manotas goes, thanks, I'm all alone. They haven't made mistakes for these last 2 chances, Steve. They've taken them very well.
He lines up at the top in this formation, Mauro Manotas. And thinking a few minutes ago, we had not called his name nearly enough from the Toros' vantage point. Now let's see if Chin has an answer on the attack for San Antonio. Tries to split defenders, he cannot. Terrier from distance.
All right, let's calm down a little bit now if you're San Antonio FC, okay? We're in the 73rd minute. There's still time. Look, let's get 1. Okay, we all know 2-1, worst lead to have in soccer. So let's just, they're 2-0, because you get 1, the momentum completely changes and there's time. Let's not go trying to play Superman and taking people on. Let's not try shots from incredible distance that you need the hammer of Thor to score with. Let's just play. Put the ball down, pass, do the things that you did in the first half that created chances for yourselves.
It appears Coach Darren Powell has enforcements coming off the bench. Tell you about them in a moment. James in the midfield. Played back. The captain, Kevin Garcia. Palacios. His hands full with Ayala a moment ago. He'll have the throw in for San Antonio. And substitutions now to be employed for San Antonio FC. And one coming for Rio Grande as well.
Well, Sebastian Terrier is going to make way.
Manolo Sanchez comes on to take his place.
And interestingly enough, Jason Johnson.
Entering the match for San Antonio FC, number 11, Danny Garcia, replacing number 18, Jason
Danny Garcia, the 22-year-old midfielder who scored this season, also comes on for a San Antonio team trailing by 2 at home.
FC, number 9, Manolo Sanchez, replacing number 6, Sebastian Terrier.
Let's see if they go to maybe 1 holding mid.
And the Toros with a substitution as well. Coming into the game is number 13, Emilio Garcia. And James is done for the night.
Number 13, Emilio Garcia, entering for number 5, Ivan
So they would
Valdez.
probably counteract, I would think, with a defensive substitution. You're 2-0 up away from home. Hey, 3 points away from home is fantastic points, especially at your Derby rival now. So they're probably going to want to shut up shop and make sure not much happens.
Road heavy schedule for the team that has the new stadium on the way. We told you about Rio Grande Valley possibly on the verge of winning 3 of its first 6. 5 of those 6 played away from Edinburgh, and another substitution is coming by Cabrera. Zenon Katic, the striker from Bosnia and Herzegovina, will come on, and Manotos did his job. He doubled the lead. He's the man coming off for Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, you can't be too upset if you're Manotas. He did a good job, and you're putting on a player with MLS experience in Zenon Katic. So fresh legs. So you'll have, if they're playing outlets, they're gonna drop a little bit deeper. Make sure they shut up shop. Get someone up top that's got fresh legs that can run around a bit more and work maybe on his own a bit.
Latest move in the chess match between Cabrera and Powell, the head coaches tonight. Palacios the throw-in for San Antonio. Deep throw in now by Palacios. It's Cochran who's moved up into the midfield in this alignment now for San Antonio. Castillo is on the ball. Palacios able to flick this across, trying to seek out Chin. He cannot. Cochran tries to keep the attack alive. Plays it to the top of the box. Laid off. Giving it a go. Mosley, and it's way off the mark. Get into the game through the USL social media channels. Follow the USL on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for news, live game updates, and video highlights from across the league.
Well, those aren't bad shots, good chances, but you want to stay over the ball. Keep your head down, toe down. Keep that ball down and on target.
Perales into the attacking half of the field for his side. McCarthy clears this ball away. San Antonio looking for the one moment to turn the match. Danny Garcia for McCarthy. Here's Mosley on the far side.
All right, so here we go. Let's get your foot on the ball. Let's start to complete passes if you're San Antonio FC. Let's get one back. And then see what happens.
Here's Castillo. Good things generally happen through number 16. At the center circle. Played ahead. Katic, his first touch. Able to play this out wide. Opportunity here. Cochran is on it. Plays this. Chin flicks into the area. Too far for Katic and cleared away.
Yeah, he wanted to try to chip it in from Manolo Sanchez, but it was high and it didn't have a lot of pace on it, and that's going to favor defenders every time.
Castillo's flick is into no man's land and now skied high where Cochran will look to bring it down. Well played by Cochran. Able to play this ahead. Katic, and it's in! Zenon Katic slices the lead in half. San Antonio is on the board.
What a ball by Greg Cochran. That had to be perfect. It had to be dropped in just the right spot. It couldn't get away. It couldn't go too far to the goalkeeper. Watch this. Just a lovely little ball played in, and Manolo Sanchez, bang, makes no mistake with that. Low, hard. This is what you wanted. Hey, let's play. Let's get one back. Now the whole thing's going to turn on its head. Momentum's going to change, Steve. So look out. Buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be a wild finish.
In the 79th minute, the game becomes 2-1.
Now we have a player down. He's probably with cramp. Probably not a bad idea to take some sting out of this a little bit, because right now momentum has changed. It's going to be in the favor of San Antonio FC.
This is Leo Ayala, who makes his way to the sideline. Integral part of the second goal for his team. A reminder, Saturday, May 21st at 7:30, San Antonio FC hosts Oklahoma City Energy FC. And you can see all the action on Fox Sports Southwest, our next San Antonio FC telecast.
And stay tuned in if they're all as entertaining as this one. That's good watching for your Saturday night.
10 are on the field right now for Rio Grande Valley as Ayala, it appears, will not continue. Cardone off his line to deny, and he gives here to McCarthy. 80th minute of the match, and it's 2-1. Stephen McCarthy out of the back. Danny Garcia continues on, looks for the foul, looks at the referee. Kreitzer, we play on.
Nothing there. Just keep possession. Keep possession. There's plenty of time.
Miguel Salazar works this out wide. Played ahead. Chin able to latch on this, but cleared away.
It just didn't drop where he wanted it to. He saw it.
Castillo, San Antonio has found another gear late in the match.
One makes attacking subs, one makes defensive subs, and suddenly the game goes to the favor of the team that makes the attacking subs. Go figure.
McCarthy tries to seek out Katic. It's a throw-in. Palacios.
Sometimes I often wonder about the logic of, you know, all right, we're going to shut shop up, we're going to drop deeper, we're going to add more defenders, because you take on more pressure. And now the logic would dictate that, okay, we get more numbers, we can keep it away, but that doesn't always pan out. Sometimes if you're playing well, keep possession in their end, keep the ball away from your goal.
They concede a corner. Castillo to the spot, and the set piece opportunity late for San Antonio.
San Antonio, a very young team. You don't know how they're going to react to this adversity. Reacted well to going up, but facing this pressure, you don't know. Crowd on its feet.
Castillo drills it in, headed away. Saving possession, Cochran. With the release, Katic defended away. Another corner conceded by Rio Grande Valley.
So tenacious by Greg Cochran. You can see why the coaching staff is so high on him.
5th corner of the game for Castillo. They'll look for precision from the 35-year-old Colombian.
Boy, drop this in the soup and let's see what happens.
The big defender McCarthy in the middle of it all in the 6-yard box. This ball headed off the line. It drops again. Garcia's shot blocked away. Golden opportunity for San Antonio to level. Danny Garcia continues on, plays it ahead. Salazar gets on this, his cross, and another corner. They'll go to the well again.
Oh my goodness. Hold on to your hats. Watch this. Right off the line in front of the goalkeeper, and he came back out, makes no mistake, hits it back in, but unfortunately in the bodies. Here comes the corner.
Rafa Castillo again headed away. Right back to the midfielder. His service a second time. A little deeper into the box. Skied high and defended away. That's Kai Green who guides it out of harm's way.
Yeah, well, he got up there strong, didn't he? Committed. Knew he needed to get it away. We're under pressure, man. I got to get this ball out.
McCarthy, this ball bounces, headed, and it's in! Sean Chin! Tiger! Second goal in as many weeks for Sean Chin. We're level at 2.
That's what good strikers do, Steve. They put themselves in the right places to score goals. And he was there in the right place just to nod it into the far post. Watch this long throw. It just bounces behind, and there's Sean Chin to go, thanks, it's in front of me, I'm in the 6, makes no mistake. Who knows, Steve? We may see San Antonio FC just go on to win this 3-2.
2 goals in a span of less than 5 minutes to come back from 2 down. Well-traveled is he.
That's why you love this game, Steve. It's why you love this game.
The ex-Minnesota United man, FC Edmonton, among his stops. Now goals in consecutive weeks, and that's a big one. Looking to answer back, Rio Grande Valley. Bico to defend. The corner conceded by San Antonio.
Oh, it's a response you want. You've got to get to the other end now. You're in a match. You had a 2-0 lead. It evaporated in front of you in a matter of minutes.
Game that was scoreless at halftime.
Popping smoke over in the corner with flares. I love it.
This corner defended away.
And you know, Steve, right now, I probably couldn't think of a better score line than 2-2. I don't, if you think about it, you're like, does any team really deserve to win? Maybe not. 2-2 may be fair. But it came in a dramatic fashion.
Escalante gets this back. Salazar with him every step of the way. This ball deflected. Cardone will save it.
Yeah, I was going to say, get that. That's going. That deflect. That'd be a corner. But Cardone, see, look, he's just like, calm down, calm down. He is one cool customer.
86th minute. Game that was scoreless at halftime. 4 goals scored. The last 2 by San Antonio. Ball for Katic. Doesn't get there. Palacio skies it away. Kastner. Twisting, turning. Cochran slows him.
Great, here we go. Cooler heads need to prevail here.
McCarthy and Kevin Garcia nearly come together.
Referee blowing his whistle like a traffic cop. You had Cochran on the ground playing a ball, tenacious, and he's going to get called a foul. You can't play the ball while it's on the ground. Dangerous play is what it's called right there. Should have been called, should have stopped, but they're going to say, hey, Kastner, what are you doing? Kicking the ball for a player on the ground. And that's exactly what McCarthy comes in and goes, hey, calm down now, yellow cards handed out. Robert Kastner with the yellow card. Now that doesn't come from the foul, that comes from the melee aftermath that ensued.
A yellow card caution has been assessed to Rio Grande.
Now that we've directed traffic and calmed things down, we can get back to the proceedings.
Kastner's impact has been all over this match, good and bad for his side tonight.
Yeah, he's done some good things. Look at the pass he picked out that he played to Roy Lovejoy. Brilliant pass. And then you see him getting involved in the ruckus there.
Free kick. Rafa Castillo. The general in the midfield tries to seek out Palacios.
That's emotion. That's what the game's about. It's 2 teams that want to win.
Pushing forward again, San Antonio. Katic up for this. Loose at the top of the box. Trying to hit them on a counter. Rio Grande Valley back into the attack once again. Pretty move, sharp angle try, goes just wide of goal.
That was a nice ball played in by the youngster Christian Lucatero. And smacked right across. I believe that was Emilio Garcia going for the far post. Hits it hard, but not enough of an angle to get it put on frame. Lucatero only 18 years old. You like to see a player that'll put his foot on the ball, have some composure.
57 goals in his time at the Houston Dynamo Academy. Lucatero, one of the up-and-comers for that franchise. McCarthy, hard collision. The referee lets them play on, and they are all alerting the officials to a potential serious injury as a player's down for Rio Grande Valley.
That was a head collision, and you stop that immediately, and that's what you see McCarthy. That's good sportsmanship right there. He was going, hey, stop this. And you see him going, it was a head injury, ref. You have to stop this. That was a hard collision. Ball comes up, McCarthy goes up, and it's head-to-head, and bang. And you hope, that's Zenon Katic, I believe, and you hope he's okay, because, man, he hit the ground really, really hard, and you know that hurt. He's going to have to come off. He's going to have to come off.
Training staff The injured player for Rio Grande Valley FC is Zenin Katic. They continue to tend to the injured player on the field. Place has gone very quiet right now.
Well, I mean, everybody senses the moment, and your concern is for Zenin Katic. You know, for all the wildness that's happened this half, that's not the side of the game that you like to see. It does happen, but you don't like to see it.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 7 minutes of added
We have reached the
time in
90-minute
second
mark at Toyota Field in a game that has seen them come back from 2 goals down, San Antonio FC. Manolo Sanchez, the equalizing goal for his side. And we have a word on stoppage time, Tom.
Do we? Have they given the minutes? It's going to be quite. I was about to say it's going to be quite a few.
It's going to be extensive, yeah.
Immediate substitution and great applause for Zenin Katic. Good sportsmanship by that guy right there. Steve McCarthy employed the referee to stop the match immediately. This nice young fan saying, "Good job, Zenin." Even though these are San Antonio fans, everybody here using good sportsmanship. That's what you like.
Substitution for Rio Grande Valley. Kyle Murphy comes on to take Katic's place. And we're back underway, but far from finished with 7 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you wonder if something like what just happened may kind of calm this game down a bit.
Cardone.
I'm sure both teams will still be pushing for a winner. An easy one there. Escalante with his hands up on the back. With his hands up on the back of Greg Cochran. Anytime you do that, you make it easy for the referee.
Here's Castillo with the free kick for San Antonio. Goals by Chin and Sanchez.
An in-swinger toward goal. These are always dangerous because if you get it right in that path, the goalkeeper has a hard time coming out.
Castillo able to curl this in. This bounce just in front of McCarthy, a touch too far. Mosley will clean this up. Sanchez in the attacking third sees this ball taken away. Escalante, very deep, goes over the top. Kastner. Laid off by Rio Grande. That ball deflected and just wide of the outstretched keeper Cardone. It goes for a corner.
That was a deflection. It was going to be hit hard, and then it drops down low, gets into that near post, and forcing Cardone across just to cover for a corner upcoming.
Opportunity for Rio Grande Valley. This ball curled into the mixer. Foul is against Rio Grande Valley. It'll come back the other way.
Bodies all coming together. Foul in there. Right now, I don't think with the time, I think most teams will take the time here. Certainly, San Antonio FC will do that. Coming back from 2-0 down, you'll feel like a point is a good thing. You may feel like you've been way too, but you brought it back from 2-0. So at the bare minimum, get your draw.
Fans have had much to cheer in this second half. 2 goals in less than a 5-minute span for the San Antonio side to come back. Will they share points, or will one take all three? Flicked by Castillo. In the direction of Chin, guided away. McCarthy. Salazar into space. Castillo. For Chin. Helter-skelter in the midfield now as Cochran gives it away. Rio Grande Valley trying to hit them on a counter, and the long-range crack is in! The late magic from the Toros to take a 3-2 lead.
Oh, boy. Made no mistake with that one. A giveaway that winds up in the back of your net. Cochran goes to keep possession, but in doing so, plays it across the park, gives it away. And look at that finish. As sure as you like. Rob Lovejoy, again, his brace.
Second of the game for Lovejoy.
And that came from a giveaway, unfortunately, for Greg Cochran, who I think all in all had a really good game.
From distance, and now in the final moments, can there be another response from San Antonio? McCarthy back for this. Salazar with the takeaway, but given back. Now let's see if Rio Grande Valley looks to kill some clock.
Go for a goal kick.
And San Antonio must work quickly. Again, 7 minutes of stoppage time.
Yeah, now you can be in a hurry. I said before you were going to take your time, but now it's a totally different story.
Cardone at the midfield stripe. Pico gets only so far with it. Chin, time running out for his side. Sees it stripped away, but it's out off Escalante. San Antonio a throw-in. Palacios. This ball deflects. Garcia taken away from him. Waiting for it is Sanchez and guided away. Came out. Quick throw-in for San Antonio. Yanni Garcia is on it. His shot gets through, but it's settled down by the keeper Perales. And maybe the last hope for San Antonio dies with that shot.
I think you're right, Steve. I think you're right. Didn't get enough on it. Perales comes up. He's going to punt as far as he possibly can.
McCarthy looking for one more shot. Manolo Sanchez can't find it. Stephen McCarthy back for this. All he can do is send it away over the touchline. Looking at the watch is the referee, Kreitzer.
It's actually be offside. So they're going to get a chance at this yet. They're going to get it up the park if they can hurry up and get this in play.
Cardone quickly settles it. Bigo must work expeditiously. It drops. Danny Garcia able to get a shot away, and Perales is perfectly positioned.
Oh, not from a lack of effort. They're certainly trying to get that equalizer. Trying anything they can.
This ball drops for Cardone.
Big punt. Get it out quickly.
Into the attacking half of the field. Settled down. Cochran able to control. Tackled away from him. Kastner will race it the other way. The Toros will look to kill clock and maybe try to put the game away here. This ball, top of the box, blocked away by McCarthy. Mosley has it. That will do it, though. Time runs out on San Antonio FC. Rio Grande Valley comes to San Antonio and registers a 3-2 win over San Antonio in the first ever meeting in the South Texas rivalry.
Well, if that's the first ever, the second one's going to have something to live up to, because this one was full of all kinds of drama, all kinds of talking points. If you're San Antonio, hey, giveaways did it for you. You give the ball away, usually bad things will happen, and that's what happened. And the Rio Grande Valley FC did what you do. You take advantage of what the opposition gives you, and it happened late on when you thought for sure maybe the game was headed for a draw, or at a time when, after coming from 2-0 down, San Antonio scrape it back to 2-2. Looked like they had all the momentum, but this is a crazy old game, Steve.
5 goals, all in the second half, and the last by Rio Grande Valley to register the victory, and they improve on the season to 3-2-1. San Antonio FC with its first home defeat. Darren Powell and his side will look to answer back next week against Oklahoma City. The final score, 3-2 Rio Grande Valley. Back with a wrap on Fox Sports Southwest in just a few moments.
So we know HEB Texas Stuff products are stronger than ever.
But are they stronger than Coyote? We put some to the test.
Like thicker food bags to keep all your snacks safe.
Stronger trash bags that'll do the heavy lifting.
And thicker, heavier foil that stands up to whatever you throw at it.
Ooh, denied.
HEB Texas Tough products, made to be tougher than ever.
Here you go, mate.
Good job, Coyote.
It's really quite simple. To see results, do the work. Focus on the goals. Push it to the limit hour after hour. That's how you rise to the next level. You can be a professional athlete or an insurance or financial professional, perfecting your shot or protecting your client's future. The rules are the same. It takes passion and dedication every single day. So when it's time,
You will be ready.
Your summer plans just got a whole lot brighter. Saturday, May 14th at 7, it's Stars Basketball opening night. Grab a seat for as low as $10 a ticket and come early for a free throwback t-shirt to celebrate the WNBA's 20th season. Head over to sastars.com for more info.
We've worked pretty hard to become the world's largest independent refiner and to be America's third largest producer of renewable fuels. But we've also worked hard to be named one of Fortune's most admired companies by giving over 125,000 volunteer hours a year, donating over 1 million pounds of food to local food banks, and building homes for Habitat for Humanity. To appreciate a company's true value, you have to understand the heart of its people.
The Bud Light River City Rock Fest is back. Featuring Disturbed, Scorpions, Megadeth, Bullet for My Valentine, Hell Yeah, 6 a.m., and more. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the AT&T Center box office. For more info, head over to RiverCityRockFest.com.
Hey, LaMarcus. The guys and I brought you some HEB Premium Picks to try.
Wow, prime run burgers and steaks.
I got you HEB, that salsa about Texas.
And I got you that green sauce. Get it?
I get it.
French vanilla creamy creations ice cream.
Of course. I got you cheese balls.
That's it?
That's all we got? Come on. Cheese balls. What? They're bacon cheddar. Texas Pet's dog food. I don't even have a dog.
Primo Picks, unique products from Texas and around the world.
Our first kid, it's time for a new car.
A new safe car.
Exactly.
Well, the Camry's really safe. 10 airbags. You could even get one with a blind spot monitor.
I don't know if we need all that.
It's good to have safe things.
Maybe we should get it.
Yeah, you never know.
During Toyota time, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a new 2016 Camry LE for only $199 a month.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Toyota, let's go places.
You may know us for our quality fuels, You might know we're the world's largest independent refiner, or even that we're in the Fortune 500 top 20. But did you know we've given over $100 million for children's charities, delivered more than 45,000 Meals on Wheels, and given over $10 million for higher education? To appreciate a company's true value, you have to understand the heart of its people.